What's going on? How y'all doing? Thanks for tuning in to Modern Day Man Code. So today I just wanted to talk about these young ladies. They really need to do better with their selections. A lot of single mothers had a child with someone that they didn't see themselves with long term, or they didn't respectfully, they didn't assess the situation the correct way. They were just basically in heat, basically just out here being promiscuous and free and liberating, as a woman would say. So, honestly, a lot of the single mothers now still have that father that they have to deal with, and that comes into play in any relationship as well, which can cause frustration for a man and have him ultimately unhappy in the relationship. The video clip you're about to watch is basically just that. Check it out.
Have you ever dated a woman with children?
I have, but I was young. I was like 22. I had a cougar. He had some younger kids. How old is your son?
He's 11.
He's 11. And from my experience, I told myself I couldn't take a woman with children seriously.
Why?
Child's always gonna come first.
Yes.
Child's gonna always come first. I'm going to always need to put you first, but I come second. And technically, he's a 10-year-old boy who's going to get into his teenage years. He's going to be in a situation where you're not my dad, right? I'm not talking about an anecdotal experience. Your son may be a sweet child, but my experience, it just hasn't been the best.
Now, this guy basically just explained and broke it down to her why he doesn't particularly go after single mothers anymore, which should be an opinion that is respected, not come back with any sort of attitude, maybe just interjecting an opinion.
You have the right to feel however you want about dating a single mom. That's your prerogative, whatever. But you're on a date with a single mom. What are you talking about? Your priority here is supposed to be trying to get a third date. I don't even know why I'm on a second date with you in this moment.
Realistically, yeah, we can have some fun.
But taking it serious.
It's like taking it seriously is just hard because I don't have to settle. I've done certain things in my life to put me at a certain echelon, to date a certain top tier. Not saying a woman with a child isn't top tier, but like standards wise, it's like I like to travel and be like, yo, let's go. Let's go to Miami, let's do this, let's do that. And it's like, let me call my mom and see if she can watch the kid. It's just no real benefit in it for me.
Now, I can understand where this young man is coming from. He is basically speaking from his experience, and he's talking to her respectfully. He's not being mean about anything, but he's basically letting her know that, there's a few things that are going to come with dating a single mother. Like he explained, he has built himself to a certain level to where he can now travel and take care of himself and do things of that nature. So, when he, wants to take his girl with him, a lot of times, she would have to find someone to watch the kid and all that type of stuff. So it's just easier to deal with someone who doesn't have a child in his case.
You didn't ask for another date with him. What was the turnoff?
Specifically, the turnoff was when I asked that question about would you date a single mother? And Jacoby, you proceeded to tell me that basically you're a high-value man and you are too good for a single mother. However, you did also tell me that you were raised by a single mother, which is profound for me to think that a single mother's not good enough for you, but it's good enough for a woman to raise you.
Obviously, this is a dating game show where, or a show where, these people are taking it relatively seriously. But him having a single mother has nothing to do with her not being good enough. It literally comes down to preference. That is his preference now, after he's experienced, after everything that he's experienced up until this point. So, that makes sense, but, for some reason the female is playing victim when she could really be understanding where he's coming from instead of being on defense.
That's unfair, and it's very insensitive to women out there who have children.
All right, so just because it's a cycle, I wanted to continue.
It doesn't have to continue.
So what I'm saying is that
it's more about, why would you cut off and say that single women are not on the same level?
What you're supposed to learn from is history. So
you're a very
intelligent woman. You're a very intelligent woman, right?
Yes.
So if you know, as a woman growing up, it's the less likelihood for you to be successful by having a child. So what you do, you be more proactive. Using condoms.
What's that got to do with your choice?
Okay, if you're getting pregnant, then all right, cool. Maybe I shouldn't continue having this child because I'm not getting married. I a better chance of me having a successful life.
You're speaking of me.
The only thing he said there was the obvious. Maybe, it'd be better if young ladies would start to take their time and really assess the situation. Because, at 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, nobody's ready for a child, in my opinion, even in some people's early 20s, they're not really ready for a child. But, we have a lot of young ladies out here having kids at 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, and they have, a lot of, baby daddy issues, and, there's already baggage attached to that woman. Not calling a child baggage because children are beautiful, but you understand what I'm saying.
Excuse me. So you were raised by a single mother.
Yes. And
is your mother still alive?
I struggled. My mom's still alive.
Did she struggle or did you struggle?
Both of us struggled.
Okay. So your words that echoed all around social media, and I want to make sure that we have this clearly, were, I'm a high-value man. I've done things to step up my echelon, and I'm not going to settle for a single mother.
Yeah,
did I have that correctly? I want to be clear.
Yeah, we'll be selling.
Right. So what makes you think you're a high-value man? The car you drive?
No, the value I put out into the world.
What about your character?
I have great character.
Now, the host obviously has a problem, an issue with what he said, because you can tell she feels some type of way about it, and then she goes on to question him why he thinks he's a high-value man.
I built myself to basically have better choices. You want to know why? Because women can choose and make a choice.
They can
say, I don't want to date a man that makes less than 6 figures.
They can.
And then what are you doing?
But we're not talking about that. That's not the situation that
That's not the
conversation.
Women can say, I want to date a man less than 5'8", and the man could be 5'4". Do they care about
what does that have to do
ostracizing all of those
with
men?
anything?
If a fat man is sitting here, he can be a fat man, right? But if a fat woman is sitting here, you would say, oh no, we're body positive. Oh no, we can't say that. We can't. It's all about picking her up. So every time it's saying something for a man,
bro,
it's down.
You got a lot on your back.
Yeah,
okay, so what I want to be clear, not just for you, but for everybody out there, is the car you drive, your resume, your bank account, your accolades is not what makes you a high-value man. We are all defined by the sum of our deeds and our character, and you, brother, are coming up to the sum of...
This guy literally just called out the double standard that is put on men in today's society. It's okay to call a man fat, but if you call a woman fat, oh my God, it's body shaming, it's all this extra stuff. And he's basically just giving examples and telling his opinion. He's not trying to argue or anything like that, but you can tell the women are defensive and they want to argue because, of the woman empowerment movement that's going on in this society, in the Western world. So, guys, just be careful out there, man. This guy right here on this video was pretty solid. He said what makes him a high value man is the value that he brings to the world. And I totally agree with that. You know, there is nothing wrong with you determining yourself as a high value man that way. He's obviously successful enough to travel and do all those things. He wasn't making it about money, what he has, what he does. He was making it about the value that he brings out into the world. Thanks again, guys, for watching the Modern Day Man Code show today. And y'all be good. Peace.